Hello everybody, how you all doing? Hope you're having a lovely evening. You know what this is all about. We're going to open up a 1,000 clue scroll, medium clue scroll caskets and get some rewards. And I hope all of you know, Alfred made a sort of a promise earlier. If we get 6 or more ranger boots, he'll be eating some chilies on the stream next week or tomorrow. So that'll be good. You know what this is all about. We're going to open up a 1,000. I can hear what I'm saying, which is really not good. So I've got to turn the sound off there. There we go. That's really weird to hear yourself talking about 10 seconds after you said something. So, hey guys, let's get going. 1,000 of these to open. We want at least 6 ranger boots. And I don't happen to deafen everybody, so there we go. Right. I thought we would do it nice and easily in obviously the clue scroll, the Clan Wars arena, because that was all quite cool. There we are, 1,000. Let's start. And as you'll see, I will open and shut them one by one, because I'm sure many of you will want to see what we get in each one, because we might have some really good caskets opened and some really poor ones. So let's crack on. And of course, if you get bored watching this, you're standing around, you can just go and beat the merry hell out of each other in one of the arenas. Oh, there's a new one already. Pink headband. How macho is that? Real men wear pink, it is true. It's really dramatic, this song, isn't it? Very dramatic indeed. When Halo's coming out, I don't know. Not this week. This week we've got a nice little summer event for you starting tomorrow. You're going to have to head over and help the druids out, and it's going to be a bit of fun. Quite looking forward to it, so should be good. Ah dear. Right, we've got a couple of new items. We've got a white headband as well. I think that's a new one, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Feel free to contact me on Twitter as well. You can see my Twitter address at the bottom there. Trimmed mithril plate legs. Very nice indeed. Yes, you can see my Twitter address down the bottom there at JagXMattK. Feel free to send me any messages you like. I may even read some of them, you never know. This is going to make my hand ache very quickly. So we haven't got any boots yet, but we will before long, I'm sure, because we just know that we need to have Alfred eating some chilies on stream tomorrow. That'll be cool. Are the third age items, new gilded items, even released in elites? Yes they are. All the stuff we said we would release has been released for elites. My computer's just turned off, so I can't see what you're saying. Yeah, they've all been released. They're not very. They're rather rare, so that's probably why you're not seeing very many of them. But that's completely intentional and probably quite a good thing, really. Bucket helmet, bucket helmet. Hope you're watching, Alfred, because we're going to get 6 boots for you. Yes, we are. Have any of them got into game yet? We haven't seen any. We're not actually, sitting there looking out for any, but we have not seen any, and no one's mentioned that they've got any yet. So we'll have to wait and see, won't we? If somebody has, feel free to tell us that you have. We can always check your account. That's not a problem. Make sure you're not telling porkies. But there doesn't seem to be any around at the moment. So I have some Twitter things coming in. What have we got? We've got yes, Seismic Wand. He says you don't need to click every time. That's right. I don't need to close this each time. But what I think it does do is it gives you an idea of what you get in each clue. I can spam open all the clue chests. That's not a problem. But I think this way at least you get to see what you get in each clue, so makes it a bit better. Here we go. Howson says 4 pairs of Ranger boots and I get player mod. Please respond. No, we don't work quite like that. We generally look at some other things other than how many Ranger boots I get before making people player mods. Generally speaking, of course. Are Cockroaches ever going to be released? Now, they were quite good, weren't they, the Cockroaches? They were the new starter quest that we had years ago, that was. And it was quite entertaining. So we can do, if you guys want Cockroaches, we're happy to put them in game. It's not a problem, but do you guys really want Cockroaches? I think we'll get the new continent out first and a few other bits and bobs done before that. We've got some trimmed dehyde there. Very nice. A few more of these a mitre. Are we looking for P-mods? We're not intentionally looking for P-mods. We're not going out there actively searching for P-mods for Old School. But you know, if you're a cool person, then we will certainly think about it. The P-mod team do all the recruitments. They look at Old School mods as well as RS3 mods, so they do a bit of everything. Here we go. Alright, well, we're getting nearly to our first 100 done, aren't we? It's not too bad. Are you releasing any usernames? We don't touch usernames within the Old School team. It's sort of the whole username thing is a system that goes across both games, both RS3 and Old School. So that's controlled by the other team. I don't know what the plans are with that, but I'm sure they will let you know as and when they have information for you. Yup. How do you notify someone about being a P-mod? If you're invited to be a P-mod, you get a message in your inbox. When you log into game, it says you've got X amount of messages. You'll have one there. You go look at it, and it will say, "Please be a P-mod." And then you, I don't know what you do next. I think you probably have a button that you click to press accept. It's been a long while since I worked with the P-mods. The system may well have changed. Although it might not have done. Who knows? Looks like Alfred's quite lucky at the moment. We're just approaching the first 100, and Alfred did say that if we get six Ranger boots, that he would eat some chilies on the stream tomorrow. We haven't got one yet, so still time though, Alfred. Still time. Don't you worry. Talk about free-to-play. What do you want to know about free-to-play? Nothing's changed since we last spoke about it. When we last spoke about it, we said that we're still collecting information on what's happening with free-to-play, and once we've got all the information we need and all the data about how it's impacting the game and everything else, then we will talk to you a bit more about it then. So at the moment we had the initial hype, which was really quite cool. Now we're seeing what free play interacts with the game. Now it's a bit quieter, and then we'll have a look at what goes on from there. So anyway, first 100 are done. We have all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff there. We don't have any boots, which is what we're really looking for. We have this garishly pink headband, which you wouldn't get lost wearing that, would you? Let's crack on. Let's do some more. We could do some more. Please don't click X every time. It's annoying. You're not the one doing it, mate. The reason I'm clicking X every time is because you can then see what each clue gives. So you get to see if we have a particularly not very exciting one like that one, or oh, what's that? Strength Amulet T. That's cool. We like that. So you can get to see whether we have good clues, bad clues. I mean, this one obviously is not the best clue in the world, but I'm sure we'll get much better ones. And you get to see things like doubles of stuff and what have you. which happens occasionally. Will free-to-play be for all? I'll be honest with you, mate, don't know that yet. Like we said, even in the initial blog, we said straight away that, you know, wow, just wow. In the first blog, we said that it was we need to collect data and find out what the right thing to do is. You know, we don't know the answers yet, because we need to get the information and find out what is the right way to do free-to-play, so it benefits the game, benefits you, benefits us, so everybody's happy. And once we know that, then we can poll a permanent version. What that permanent version will be like, who knows? It could be open for everybody, it could be open for what we've got now. You know, there's no way of knowing until we've got all the data in and we've looked at it properly. But we are still in that process. There's no point in rushing it. The worst thing we can do with free-to-play is make the wrong decision, open it up, and the game goes downhill. So we've got to be careful, and we've got to do it properly. And it's going to take time, but at the end of the day, it will be what it needs to be. It'll be the best thing for the game, because it makes sense for everybody that way. Will we do 1,000 elite clues soon? That's from A280, I think that was. Yes, next week we'll do the hards, and then the week after that we'll do the elites. So yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. We've got lots of things we can line up, and then we can go back to killing some more monsters if you like, or you could do whatever you like after that, really. Maybe do a series of mini-game specials so everybody can go play a mini-game. We did that once with, was it Trouble Brewing, and we had 70 versus 70 in Trouble Brewing, which was practically unheard of. But we can do that, or we could do some, probably time to do some clan wars after that, I would think. Because the clan cup will be on our heels. So that might be a good thing to do. JMod versus JMod clan wars. Sounds horrific. Will you guys ever unban accounts? Probably not, in all honesty. It depends what you've done with them, but if you're been cheating on them, then probably not. I saw somebody mention the 2006 interface. I think that's something we definitely would like to do. Bandos Crozier. Something we'd definitely like to do. I think you guys would like it as well, but the way we'd want to do it is we'd want to offer you the options, so you have a choice of different interfaces that you can use. So you can choose the one that we've got now, or the 2006 one, or whatever else we can come up with. But the problem with that is that the 2006 interface we can get no problem at all. We've got to redesign it all for all the new buttons. Because obviously there are new buttons across the bottom here. There's a new interface for the options menu. There's all sorts of things, so that everything has to be redesigned and remade in different formats, what have you, because that's all completely different, isn't it? So it all has to be sort of redesigned and remade and whatnot. Check it out. Still no boots. You're looking safe so far, Alfred. You're looking safe. But it's time for it all to change. Talk about bots, somebody mentioned. I don't know, I'm entirely sure what sort of aspect of bots you want to talk about. As far as we're concerned, bots are not having a huge impact in the game at the moment. There's certainly been a noticeable decrease in the amount of bots in game, the amount of bots you guys are seeing in game as well. And you know, free to play certainly hasn't been inundated by bots by any stretch of the imagination. It's all been completely manageable, so that's good. Obviously taking the U-trees out really made a big difference with free-to-play bots. Obviously there are some in game, but you know, nowhere near as many as we thought we'd see, and they haven't increased over time, so all groovy. And obviously work continues. In fact, I think there's some stuff that's gone in this week which will make life a bit more difficult for bots, so Another Bandos Crozier. There we are, 2 of those at least. Where's Molly? Got to sing that song now. Where is Molly? Looking for Molly, that's the one, isn't it? Molly, 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 looking for Molly. And I saw, I probably shouldn't say it, but hey, doesn't matter really. Alfie was redesigning the font in game so that you could get the little Molly icons, little Molly symbols going. Don't know why, but there we go. So hopefully you might be able to do that one day in game. Who knows if it's a good thing or not? Who knows? Gold Ellie. Yes. Apparently I'm a murderer according to that person. Didn't catch what their name was. I didn't know anybody had found out. But shh, don't tell anybody, okay? Is Grand Exchange coming to 07? It's not coming to 07. What we have instead of what was voted in by the community was a trading post, very similar to the Zybez system that's out there at the moment. So people can post the things they want to sell into the trading post, and then you'll be able to contact that person to buy them. There's several features we can put in to make it much more useful. We're able to do things such as only listing items when you're online, maybe even only listing items if so you can actually PM the person. Shortcuts to help you PM the person and get in touch with the person, make that communication an awful lot easier, so that you should be able to buy things much nicer. And obviously, oh god, another one of those bright pink headbands. Of course, another thing such as, you know, if you sell the item, it will automatically take it off the trading post, so you don't have to do that. So win, there's bank made right there. Ah yes. When will Funnel be updated? I haven't got a clue about Funnel. I have heard some people talking about it, but I don't know what sort of, in respect to what. But who knows what's going to happen to Funnel. So have to keep your eyes peeled, I'm afraid. For those who don't know what Funnel is, it is a website that we have that has lots of sort of little easy dip in, dip out games, Arcanists and whatnot. What was it? Armies of Gillenor was another one which I really quite enjoyed, where you sort of build your own army and you fight other people. But I think it needs a bit of work, really. But some quite cool games on there. And Bounce Down, that was always a cool one. Really good on your mobile. And my TV's turned off again. So I can't see what you're saying. So you could be saying anything in the chat and I wouldn't be able to see it. So I'm going to have to move over here. Move the mouse over here. There we go. Job done. I now have 3 mice near me. Is it mice or mouses for computers? I don't know. Mices. I played Bric-a-Brac with them. That was a great game, Bric-a-Brac, wasn't it? It's quite interesting because when Funnel came out, Zesma decided that he wanted to get to the top of everything on there as well, so he did. So how's Zesma for you? New God pages and books, I think. Oh, didn't we poll that? Did we? I can't remember. I think we did. I'll have to check now. Let's have a look. Go to Old School polls. Old School polls. There we go. Previous poll. Rewarding rewards. Should we, yes, question 7 in the last poll was, should we introduce Bandos, Armadillo and Ancient God books as described in the developer blog? That passed, looks like only just passed, it got 75% yes, exactly, so I guess that passed. I should really do the maths just to make sure, because the problem with our polling system, and but it's a bit of a shame really, is that it rounds up the figures. So if we get something which is 74.6%, it will show on the poll as 75%, and obviously it hasn't quite got there yet. Alright, so you do that divided by that times by question 7, that's what we're looking at. 1, 3, 4, 5, 4, which equals 75.2. So yes, that passed. So you will be getting new god books. Aren't we lucky? Yes. Still no boots, Alfred. For those who don't know, Alfred said if we get 6 pairs of Ranger boots, then he would eat some chilies on tomorrow's live stream. I don't know why he says things like that. I think it's attention seeking personally, but we'll let him off, I guess. Quite entertaining though, nonetheless. You can't really deny that. We've managed to get him to eat an onion before. What else have we got him? Jump in a river. In fact, that was his second week here. We got him to jump in a river. That was yeah. Welcome to Jagex, by the way. Jump in the river. And he did. Oh dear. Talk about Ryan being legal. Well, as far as I know, it still meets with all our rules. I mean, but all the rules that we have for third-party software, we don't endorse it. Obviously, we're not going to ban anyone for using it. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Oh, leprechaun hat! Leprechaun hat! Leprechaun hat, yes it is. So yeah, we're not going to ban anyone for using it, but we're not going to recommend anyone uses it either. But as for the fine details of it, I don't honestly know that much about it. I have to trust other people to tell me whether it's right or wrong. They say that it's right, and that's good enough for me. Another Bandos Crozier. Got more of them than anything else at this rate. Can you use macros to log in? I have no idea what you mean. Oh, look at that. Crier hat. Yes. Problem with questions like that, they usually lead on to something else. So, can you use a macro to log in? Yes, you can. Well, in that case, blah 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 blah. And they try and corner you into try and say that yes, you can bot in game, which of course you can't. You can update the Steercull bow. No plans at the moment, mate, but if you want to let us know how you would like it updated, there's whole forums there you can post all your ideas in. Boots. Oh yeah, look, we got boots. I didn't even notice. Ah, just while you guys are awake. Let's pop them at the top, shall we? Should we pop this over here? I think somebody's mentioned pop it in that corner, then it'll be a bit easy to get them out. So, Alfie, if you're watching, I'm assuming you are, that's one pair of boots. 5 more, that's just 5 more, Alfie. And we've got 720 to do it in. And if not, we'll cheat on the last 5. No, we won't really, that'd be a bit unfair. We'll probably just make you eat them anyway. Ha. Oh dear. Go on, let's see some more boots, please. More boots. Ah, cat mask. It's just what we needed. That made my dog look a bit more interested, saying that we got a cat mask. Let's just lie down on the floor again. Strange little thing. No, I'm afraid I won't be doing a drop party. As much fun as it would be, I think dropping all these items into game would probably upset the economy, maybe a little bit, and certainly upset anybody who couldn't be present for it, which is probably the greater worry. So we won't be dropping them in game. House tour. Man, it's a mess. You don't see my house. Yeah, it's dark, so all the lights are off, so you can't see anything anyway.
Many snails.
Oh yeah, you might be able to see the snails behind me. I don't know. So that you see, I see the fish tank. There's some snails in that fish tank that arrived today. To keep the fish tank clear and clean. So, anything coming in on Twitter? Not hugely. Oh, here we go. Nem says, wasn't Zezima a project a bunch of college students sharing an account? No, that was always a rumour, I'm afraid. Always wanted to be a player mod, but I never knew how. It says Sweg Gubby. You just need to be cool, and if you keep being cool, then yeah. Well, here's an interesting one. Can you make fun all payable by bonds? I can see a good reason to do it. Who knows? Problem is, bonds, RuneScape, they're sort of different things, aren't they? Fun orb and RuneScape, but certainly passed that idea on because it's got some legs to it. I think that was by is it Dajah Frazee, Dajah Freeze, whatever your name is. That was you. Dueling tournaments, yes. Who's that? That's Brandon, with lots of N's and D's and more N's and other letters and stuff. I think his keyboard got a bit stuck. Gold Eddie shirt, yeah. Got a complete gold outfit by now, I think. Yeah, anyway, dueling tournaments. I think that's something that we want to do on the new continent to do with that, and I think Dan has a few things to talk about there, so that'd be a great question to ask in the Q&A tomorrow, which we do every week at 5 o'clock. Yeah, ask him there. He may go into a bit more detail for you. Certainly. Do you believe Grand Exchange will pass in 07? Well, it didn't. When we polled the trading stuff, then if everybody had voted yes to everything, or if everything had passed, then we would have ended up with effectively the Grand Exchange, but we only got the first thing passed, which was the trading post. So that is what we have. Well, that is what we will have. What are you guys working on at Jagex? Well, there's all sorts of things we're working on. Obviously, we're working on the old school stuff. We've got a nice update coming out tomorrow, which is a bit of a summer event. You'll be able to get your discs are returning and your jugs of wine if you're able to help the druids out. You'll be able to get multiples of them as well, and a brand new item if you help them enough, which has its own emote, which will be quite cool. So yeah, that'll be good. RS3 are currently working very much on getting Legacy ready for launch, as well as obviously they're working on the Elf City as well, which was voted for. Transformers team working on Transformers, and yeah, there's a few other bits and bobs going on. So that's all cool. Loot share going to be added to the game. If you guys want loot share, we can do loot share. Coin share is a different matter. There's an awful lot more work to do that. Not work that we necessarily could do as well. But coin share, we can do a version of coin share if it becomes a priority for you guys. Certainly. I know some people want it, but it's not a large majority by any means at the moment. Boom, 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 boom. Bonds. We get asked this more and more all the time. Can we buy bonds with Old School GP? Now, you know, we're more than happy to put bonds in game. We've got no problem doing it. It's completely doable for us. The one thing that you guys got to be aware of is if we do put bonds in game, somebody has to pay real money for that bond, and they're only going to pay real money if they get gold for it. So you guys need to be comfortable that if bonds do go into Old School, somebody will be buying that bond. Another leprechaun hat. Whee! Somebody will be buying that bond and then selling it in game for some gold. If you guys are comfortable with that, then you know we'll stick bonds in. That's no problem at all. But you guys need to make sure you're comfortable with that first. But you know the help that will be, I mean, especially for the size of the community, all the free-to-play players coming in, because a lot of people are playing on free-to-play. During that 2-week trial, they are able to make enough money to buy a bond. Then you know they can fund their membership that way. And that would be a great help to the community as a whole, as it will be for many of you guys who've got some spare cash sitting around, and if you could buy a bond with it, you could save a few quid for membership each month, which is never a bad thing. To be honest with you, playing a game and then being able to pay for membership by playing the game is pretty cool. But the trade-off is, and as you guys all know, the trade-off is that oh, second pair of boots. We're getting closer, Alfie. We're getting closer. 4 more to go. Just 4 more boots, Alfie. 6 pairs of boots, guys, and Alfie will be eating chilies tomorrow on the stream. Are you feeling nervous, Alfie? Are you? You better be. That's 2. That's 2. It's only 4 away. Over dramatising this just a little bit. To put it in perspective, if we get another pair of boots in the next another pair of boots in the next 125 caskets, we're on target for 6. Yes, we are. It's 2 pairs of boots. 2 pairs of boots. There we go. Keldagram. I'll start again. What's his name? The hero of Lugi asked for the Keldagrim Northern Mine back. Yeah, if you want. Any chance of adding full screen? There is sort of. The way we can do full screen that is achievable is to give you a client which you can use, which allows you to zoom in, as it were, on the game screen, so it makes it look bigger. Kind of like using the magnifier you have on the Windows accessibility tools, I think it is. Kind of like that. If we could do a client which does that, then effectively it will make it full screen and you'd have a normal mouse size as it is on there now. But that's about the best we can do. We can't make sort of more of the game screen appear by making the game bigger, because that would mean a huge amount of work to do that. I mean, years worth of work to get that done. But hopefully we can start looking into stuff with the client before too long, and maybe even poll it at some point soon. What's that? Adamat Kane. Yes, it is. The next P tracker be possible? Yeah, anything's possible, and that's the thing, you know, anything can be done. The thing to be aware of is how long it takes to do it. So for example, you know, if we were to do a resizable screen option that expanded the game window and everything else, like I said, it'd take years to do it, so probably isn't going to happen anytime soon, if at all. The XP tracker is probably significantly less work, and I'm sure that couldn't be done without too much trouble. But the question is, you know, how much of a priority is it for you guys? Because, you know, we'd love to do all these little updates that you guys wanted, but there are only 7 of us now, so it's a bit difficult to do everything. So we have to prioritise what you guys want, and we do that, and sort of try and get the right stuff in, work on the right stuff that you guys want us to work on. Right, what we got? 41 notifications on Twitter. Wow, you guys are talking like loads. Please comment on adding the enchanted water tiara into Old School. Same applies to that really, if you want it. Yeah, sure, but it's not a massive priority. RS bonds for J coins could be used for Noble War Legends. That makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Talk about all the glitches when taking items out of the bank. I'll be honest with you, mate, I don't know what the glitches are. That's why we have John. He's the expert on that sort of thing, so he deals with that. If you are experiencing bugs, you must tell us, and then we can fix them. Especially if you're finding them annoying. Of course, if you're not telling us how they're occurring, then we can't really fix them. We have to know about the problem before we can fix it, of course. Did I spawn the 1,000 caskets? Yeah, I had a choice. You see, I could spawn them, which takes about 3 minutes or so, or I could have gone out and done all the clues at once, and that would have taken several hundred years. So, as much as fun as it would be being paid to collect 1,000 clues, I spawned them. A little easier. Yes. And when it decides what's in the clue is when you click on this box here. So not at the start of the clue, because it doesn't decide what you get in it until you open the casket. Right, so we're approaching 500 now. We're almost halfway through. We're making record time today. Getting lots of these crier hats, aren't we? Yes, we are. Tons and tons of them. Will there be stealing creation? Who's that by? That was by somebody's name I didn't catch. Stealing creation and soul wars were asked for a fair amount of times, and the same deal goes with that as well. Yes, it's quite possible for us to do it, but is it a priority for the community? I don't necessarily think it is at the moment. I don't think you guys do. There's a few people that would like to see it, certainly, but certainly not a majority of it. I think things such as Bounty Hunter and the New Continent will come before Stealing Creations and Soul Wars, I would imagine. Can you make it so 07 in the OC trade system so we can have safe transfer? I'm assuming you mean moving gold between the two games. I mean, we had quite a long conversation about that, me and Mod Pips and some other people. Sort of came to the conclusion that, you know, moving wealth between games could be quite devastating for both games. Effectively, it opens up this sort of corridor of risk, where if suddenly gold flows from one game to the other freely, then it can destabilise both economies and make things actually very difficult. From a technical point of view as well, it will cause it'll be a big headache to make it work. So yes, we have discussed exactly that idea, but it's unlikely to ever happen, I'm afraid, because of the dangers that it poses to both games, which wouldn't be good. No. Will Hattie ever going to be in game? I'll be honest with you. if the community was to turn around and say yes, Hattie is the most important thing in the world, we would put it in, you know, as soon as we can. But I don't think that's going to happen, if at all, ever, in all honesty. So I don't think you're going to see it, I'm afraid. The rewards from Hattie as well was some sort of XP boost, wasn't it, for doing a skill? And I don't think that would pass any poll ever to get in game. So that's one thing the community here are very stringent about, is not making things easier. An XP boost sort of equate quite definitely with making things easier. Brassica Prime, please. Massive exploding cabbage bomb in the shape of a Dagonoth. People dancing, yeah, little dance party going on over there. It's an illegal rave. Oh yeah, I'm hip, I know them words. Ah dear. Wasn't it Zaphod Beeblebrox who said, "Man, you're so unhip, it's a wonder your bum doesn't fall off." And I think anybody under the age of 30 probably never gets that, you know. New prayer books in 07. I think we've already discussed the prayer books, haven't we? We know there's 3 have been voted in, so you'll get new prayer books. Ah, Alfie, you're in trouble. Oh yeah, there's a 3rd pair of boots, and we are not even halfway through. Ah, it's not looking good for you. Not looking good for you, Alfie. I'm sorry, man. Not looking good at all. Wow, it's for the rest of us though, because we're going to quite enjoy it. And I hope Dan's watching this as well, because he'll be the one finding the hottest chilies he can get. And in fact, just down the road from me, there's a big chili farm. So, and I believe they do all the big hottest ones. And we could, of course, just pop in there on the way to work tomorrow and pick up some super hot ones. And get an ambulance on standby just in case. Poor old Alfie. Alright, 500 in. I suppose you probably ought to have a look at what we've got 500 in, hadn't we? So, 3 boots. 3 boots of doom. We got 184 chaos runes, all bits and bobs. What other exciting stuff have we got here? Loads and loads of sweets. Horrible pink headbands. Whose idea was it to put pink headbands in? It's the 1980s or something. White headband. What else we got? Some of that really cool mithril trimmed stuff. That looks sweet. It's very nice. In fact, I think we've got a whole set. Yes, we do. About 2 whole sets of mithril stuff. Loads of strength ammunities, loads and loads of mitres and stoles and cloaks, and loads and loads of gold stuff. As you can see, there's that. 3 crier hats. Brown headband. Who? Brown headband. Some pink stuff. Pink caps to go with that horrible pink headband. In fact, I remember when my daughter was very young, we painted our bathroom that colour pink. It gave you headaches after a while. Yeah, really did. Bubblegum pink. My daughter was about 3. So it was the best colour in the world at that point.
I don't know whose idea it was to let her choose.
Yeah, I don't know whose idea it was to let her choose, but there we go. You make these mistakes in life, I guess. More info about the prayer book. I don't know more info about the prayer book. There is a dev blog with all the information in it. I can't tell you off the top of my head, I'm afraid. But if you go to the dev blog or developer blog forums, in the main RuneScape forums, you will find the dev blog in there, which will have all the details in. You are more than welcome to do that. Okay, right, let's have a look, see if we've got anything else coming in on Twitter. What have we got? Will you add XP drops into Old School? Again, it's that we can do if people want them. I know there's some people that do, but again, it's a case of what's important right now. What else we got coming in? What's that ghost behind me? I think I've got a pink thing added to my head, I'm guessing. I don't really want to look as bad as the pink headband. There's a ghost thing behind me, apparently. I need to have a look at this. Oh, is this head thing here? You can't see what I'm pointing at, can you? No, there's yeah. Yeah, there's a head thing there. That's a wooden Red Indian head, which I picked up years ago. I was out shopping with my mum, and we found it in a shop it had a big crack down it, so I got it for about £6. So it's quite nice. So it's followed me around ever since. Aha, there we go. Pink headband hype. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Ah, some magic boots. Now, do those count? Did he actually say ranger boots, or did he say boots of any kind? I think he probably said ranger boots. Yes, he did. Where's the steel T and G armours? They are the steel. No, we don't have steel ones, do we? No, that's true. Don't know why. I honestly don't know. Get rid of the randoms. Yeah, that's the question. Is how is the question? Because although some of you want rid of the randoms, other people will want to collect the free stuff the randoms have. Because obviously some of them give away items and stuff, so we've got to be aware of that. And also some of them, you know, do actually do some good anti-bot and stuff. So we just need to sort of be careful about it. But I think we will need to cross that bridge rather soon. Toggle button for randoms. Problem with that is it's sort of a cheap and easy solution. It's not necessarily a good solution. I mean, it seems like, you know, a very easy solution is to allow you to choose which randoms you want to have and which ones you don't, which is all good, but it doesn't seem a very good one. I think the idea of a retirement home is probably quite a cool addition, rather than having a toggle for it, because it sort of takes it very much out of game, if you see what I mean. It sort of takes you out of the RuneScape world, whereas doing something definite with them, like sticking them in a retirement home and allowing you to throw stones back at the drunken dwarf, that would be quite cool. Always had the urge to want to knock his block off when he comes up. He goes, "Hello there, matey." Will there ever be a bonus XP weekend? I'll tell you what, we can have a binding poll in chat right now. Okay, so if we think we should have double XP weekend, press 1. If you think we shouldn't have a double XP weekend, press 2. So that's 1 for yes, we'll have a double XP weekend, 2 for no, let's not have a double XP weekend. So put it in the chat, spam away to your heart's content. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to swipe in that one. Yes, I did. So what we're getting lots of 1s, lots of 2s. I think we can safely say that isn't going to pass a 75% poll by any stretch of the imagination. However, let's do 1 for a half XP weekend and 2 for not a half XP weekend. So 1 for a half XP weekend. You know you want half XP. You've got to work twice as hard to get where you need to be. You know that's worthwhile doing it. You see that one's definitely passing a half XP weekend. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Good old school community. Do you want the opposite that everybody else wants? You guys have a double XP weekend, we want a half XP, we want to work harder for our levels. Yes. More achievement. So one thing, you know, sort of, you know, all joking aside, one thing I'd quite like to do is open up sort of temporary servers where you log on to it and you try and get to the highest rank you can before we shut it. So we only open them for a week or so. And you all start off with a brand new account on there and you just start leveling it as quickly as you can. And then sort of have a permanent high score, so at the end of it, you know, that high score stays there forever, and you can see where you were ranked upon it. So I think that would be quite a cool thing to do. That'd be quite amazing. Bum, bum, bum. No XP weekend. Oh wow! Now there is a driving force for you. What would you all do on a no XP weekend? There you go, that's a great question. What would you do on a no XP weekend? Third hat, look at that. Leprechaun's hat number 3. Clue hunting. Staking. Clues, agility. Agility on an XP weekend. Bank standing. Pick flax. Yeah, that's true. That's true. God, we need the boots. We need to make Alfie feel he's under pressure. Yes, we do. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's a white boater. Can you actually bank reward chests? I can. I don't know if you guys can. I don't think you can you? I am able to. Wouldn't be able to do this if I couldn't, to be fair. When will we see the poll for Artisan? Well, I was hoping to get a dev blog out to you today, but it hasn't quite worked out. The next step, I think, to talk about Artisan is more information on the rewards. So I think we're getting there with the basic concept of it. I think the next step, like I said, is the rewards. Have a look at the rewards. Take all the combat ones out because you weren't overly impressed with those. So we'll take all the sort of combat rewards out. And put in some other bits and bobs. And I've got loads of ideas from the latest dev blog. So that'll be the next step, I think. Going back to you with all sort of ideas of what we can put in it. And as the rewards for levelling it, we'll take it from there and get your feedback on that. And when, as a community, you're happy with it, then we will poll it. So we're not in the habit of polling stuff that isn't going to pass, because that's just a complete waste of time. So we'll work on getting it to where it needs to be, or where you guys want it to be, and hopefully we're moving in the right direction. It's obviously going to be, for some people it's never going to be where they want it to be, but we will still aim to do our best, and when we poll it, hopefully it's what you want, and if it is, it should pass, and then we'll start putting it into game. You can all have a new skill to play, which I personally think would be really quite cool. Don't waste your time developing a skill. We don't start developing it until it's past the poll, so you don't need to worry about wasting development time on it. As for the whole process itself, I mean, there's a huge amount of value. Even if it doesn't pass, there's a huge amount of value in us going through the process. We've obviously the Play Design Content Competition has been part of it, so there's a huge amount of engagement. I mean, we had hundreds and hundreds of entries for the competition, so you know, a load of people got involved in that, and it made an awful lot of excitement for a lot of people. And just the process of, you know, going, listening to what you guys say, giving out ideas and getting more ideas helps a huge amount. And you know, it's something that you guys enjoy doing and we enjoy doing, and it's a real good positive. If at the end of the day it doesn't pass, it doesn't pass, you know. But the process of us all understanding each other a bit more makes it all worthwhile, really. Ba-ba. Where the boots? Where the boots? We need boots for Alfie. Has Mod Ronan moved to Cambridge HQ? Yes, he is in the building. Well, not right now. Well, he might be right now. I don't know. I'm not there. But he is living in Cambridge and going to work every day, which is what would happen to anybody who joined us. What song is this? Is Fight or Flight? What about resting in RuneScape HQ? I think the problem with resting that we've always had is a lot of people have said it will impact on the agility skill. Resting, and the musicians certainly devalued what getting a high agility level was all about, which we don't want to do particularly. We would rather look at ways that you can get your energy back more quickly to help enhance the agility skill rather than despite it. But I'm trying to think what we were talking about it the other day. Oh, I can't remember. Too long ago. Iron Man servers. I think Iron Man high scores would be quite cool. Some sort of way of flagging your account when you create it to say I am an Iron Man. I am Iron Man. There you go. Heavy metal song for the day. What was I saying? Yes, yeah. Being able to flag up your account as an Iron Man account when you make it to see to be added to the Iron Man high scores would be quite cool. Yeah, 2 whizzy boots. We need some more of these. We do. But yeah, I think it's Dean I was talking to about it the other day, because it is really quite a cool thing to do, and a lot of people are really excited about sort of the Iron Man. It's become very very fashionable, I think, at the moment. Please make a move off staking arena to prevent raggers running over fights. Well, you should find that if somebody is running over your fight, the person you're fighting is always on top. Ooh, what's that? Penguin mask. A penguin mask. Matt, did Simon and James become J-mods? Well, we have had 2 J-mods who have recently joined called Simon and James, so I'm guessing they're the same ones. So yes, they have been. Lovely guys, really know what they're talking about, which is great. Rented servers? What would you want a rented server for? That'd be an interesting thing to know. I think Alfie's looking safe now. I've only got 3 boots. We're 2/3 of the way through. It's a shame. We were on target for the first 500, weren't we? Never mind. Never mind. We'll get our own back. Make him jump in a river or something. And put in his PDR. Eat something dangerous in every developer Q&A. High scores for mini games. Again, that's something we'd really quite like to do. It's not actually possible for us right now. It's kind of a bit difficult because we need to we want to have a look at the website and what the website brings to the game and how that all works, and make sure we're sort of targeting the right people, it looks the right way and everything else. But what we need to do is to create some sort of high score thing which needs as little manual input as possible. Number 4. If we get another one, then we're getting very close. 4. If we get another one soon, then yeah, squeaky bum time. Isn't that right, Alfred? Same thing again tomorrow. Yeah, so what we're talking about, yes, high scores for mini games. We need some sort of way of making sure that any future mini games are added can automatically be added to the mini game high scores and that sort of thing, to make sure so it takes us the least amount of maintenance from a physical person, as it were, possible, which would be quite cool. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long few days. We went down to London for the day yesterday, and absolutely knackered today. And everything's a bit blurry right now. If I fall asleep at my while doing this, be sure to take lots of screenshots and laugh at me. Ah dear. Can you make bird eggs do something? Yeah, I'd love to do something with bird eggs, but it's a case of what and how important it is as well is the next thing. But all these ideas, like I said before, it's all about, what's the priority to you guys? Is getting the bird eggs to do something more of a priority than bounty hunter? Probably not. So we're going to work on bounty hunter first, because we can't do everything, unfortunately, as much as we'd love to. All these little bits and bobs, we have to be really focused on what you guys want. So many sweets, it's going to rot my teeth. Make a Jagex cat. I mean, we have got a cat, haven't we? I'm sure Bob wanders around in 07. You can find him and talk to him. I think that was going to be one of the elite clues. Have to find Bob the cat because he sort of walks around random areas. He'd be a bit of a hard one, but that seemed a little bit too frustrating, I think. Give me some boots. We need boots. Ah, yes, we need boots. Give me boots. Got another hat. I want a hat. I want boots. I want green boots of rangerness. It's auto-clicking bannable. Yes, it's. Could you make lake and rivers, etc., a water source for buckets and vials? I think the problem is we've got to sort of decide, I suppose, what is salt water and what is not salt water. What is fresh water, for example? The River Lum will probably be salt water. The seas will be salt water. So we need to sort of just be. You won't be able to use that in cooking. You won't be able to use that in your potions because there's salt in it. So some of the rivers can be. Maybe a Braxtorian Falls certainly would be fresh water, and other stuff. I think that's probably about it, really. In all honesty. Let's open up a map. Let's open up a map. He says, confidently saying he knows where there is a map to open up. Where's my link to the map? I click that, copy link address, drop it into there and do that. There we go. Right, so what else we got? So what we got? We have all the seas are linked, so they'll all be salt water. Braxtorian Falls, and yeah, everything links to the sea by the look of it. You've got a bit of water around just to the west of Neil, which isn't linked to the sea. That's all linked to the sea. There's also the one north of Falador. Maybe the Falador moat as well. Mind you, would you want to drink the water out of a medieval moat? Probably not. A few bits of water around, but not a huge amount. Yeah, so a good idea initially, but I think there's only about I can see about 3-4 bodies of water which are going to be fresh water rather than salt water, which means you'll be able to use them. Never mind. Yes, Clan Wars, if you want to come and say hello, that's where we are. And if you get bored here, you can invite someone to come and join your clan, or fight somebody else, challenge somebody for a bit of a battle. Why not, eh? It's all safe, it's all fun, a bit King of the Hill. That'll be good. How can you find out if someone is auto-clicking since it doesn't transfer any packages? Because we can. I don't know what you mean by packages, but we can, so that's the answer. Can you please bring back grave markers? I don't know if people want to see them. And a lot of people felt that graves made the risk of losing items too low. So you would quite happily go out in your best gear and try the most dangerous stuff, and if you died you knew you'd be able to get back to collect the stuff. Which, you know, is good from one perspective, but it takes away that whole risk thing, which makes Old School so exciting, of course. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got on Twitter. You don't know the pain of random events because you're a JMod. I'm afraid I have played for years on a non-JMod account, so I know exactly what random events are like, so don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. What else we got? Why is it called Old School 81? So I think it's... yeah, that's a fair point. We're on World 333, aren't we? I'd imagine it's probably to do with where the original servers were named and things get moved around and stuff, and servers are renamed and what have you. Some technical reason, but nothing significantly important. How often do you read the forums? Every day. Unfortunately, we can't read all the forums every day because you make about 3,000 posts a minute or something silly, or maybe not quite a minute. But we do read the forums every day. We can't always reply to everything on the forums. I mean, one of the things we would like to reply to more of is the suggestions forum. Problem with that is the only things we can usually reply to on most of the threads is like, yes, that's a nice idea, or no, that's not going to work. But that's about all we can really say as an engagement forum. It's not great, but it's really useful when it comes to ideas. You know, if we want ideas for I don't know, making Bounty Hunter work, that's the first place we'll go and look. But that all depends on what we're looking for at the time. So really useful. Not a great engagement forum because there's not a huge amount we could talk about in there. But general is much better for engaging because there's a lot more questions and a lot more ongoing discussion there. But feedback forum is incredibly useful when it comes to getting ideas and getting content in game. So please do use it, even if we don't reply to you on it all the time. What are the computer tech experience knowledge requirements to become a JMod game developer for Jagex Old School? If you want to be a game developer, I mean, that's probably a better question to ask in the Q&A tomorrow. But you will want to know Java, pretty much. We have most of our systems are bespoke, but understanding most programming languages will help. Java is obviously the one that we use, so understanding that will make a big difference. Yeah, there we go. That's about it, really. How do I get all these caskets? I gave myself lots of caskets and put them in the bank. That is how. I can only give myself 28 at a time, because they don't stack and you can't note them. So I had to keep dropping them into my inventory and putting them in the bank. That's how we did it. Must be nice to cheat. Well, it's a bit difficult to cheat in, really, because I can't actually do anything with it. So it's sort of here to show you guys what sort of stuff you can get. I mean, none of this stuff can be sold to anybody or given to anybody, so I can't benefit from it. So it's not really nice to cheat, more like nice to show you what you can get from them, which is quite cool. So we just updated them all, so it's all pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. XP lock. The problem with most of the pure stuff, I mean, anything that sort of helps pures has usually been voted down quite drastically in the past. So, you know, we could do an XP lock, there's no reason why not. But is it going to pass a poll? The way things are at the moment, probably not. Yeah, that's about it. Yes, we need more ranger boots, don't we? Yes, we do. Will you do hard clues? Yes, hard clues next week and elite clues the week after. Horde is groovy. Come on, we need some boots. Another set of boots. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. For those who don't know, Alfred said that if we get 6 pairs of ranger boots, he will eat some chilies on the stream tomorrow. Four already. What's the minimum qualification for working for Jagex? It's not really the way to look at it. You've got to think about what you want to do and do your best to achieve what you need to be able to do that. And when we look at what people need, we don't always look for what the bare minimum is, we look for who the best person is. So if you're up against, let's say, take a Q&A job for example, we had 250 people apply for that. You've got to be better than that other 250 people, so bare minimum probably won't cut it, I'm afraid. Two more ranger boots. So far mithril legs TM or rare than ranger boots. Yep. Not quite sure it works that way. Sure, John can tell you exactly how it works if you really want to know. Cheat and get 2 ranger boots. It'd be a bit unfair to cheat, really. As tempting as it might be. He's watching, so I'll know if I cheat. Excuse me. Want more ranger boots? Don't want that. I want ranger boots. Ranger boots. Oh, man. What's the next holiday events with free to play? The next free to play, again it depends whether free to play is with us or not at the time, but the next one will probably be Halloween. The one that's coming out tomorrow will be for members only. It's based in Taverley, so that's where the Druids are. Bum, 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 bum. Give me ranger boots. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Excuse me, when's the new trading system coming out? I don't entirely know yet. We need to have a chat with the engine team. We need a few things from them first, and once we know that, then we can start looking at it quite seriously about when we can get it out. It's not going to be a small thing, I'm afraid, though. A lot of work's got to go in to make it work. So Bounty Hunter, when is the we need to talk about Bounty Hunter first. The problem with Bounty Hunter is a lot of people don't want Bounty Hunter because they think it will negatively impact the wild, which it probably will if we bring it out as it was initially, which was, you know, turning the wilderness into 3 craters and then having a sort of a PvP thing in there. So we need to figure out how we can use Bounty Hunter and make it not impact the wild. So why did you enjoy Bounty Hunter? What was the mechanics you enjoyed, and how can we incorporate those mechanics into the wider wilderness so that PvP will continue to be strong in both areas? So it's a conversation we shall be having before long. and we'll move on from there. Why no boots? Ah! Couldn't have timed that better, really, could you? No. There we are. Alfred. 5 boots. 5 boots. 5 boots. So we only need one more set of boots before Alfred has to eat some hot chilies in tomorrow's stream. So how you feeling, Alfred? Are you a bit nervous right now? You've got 75 caskets left. One more pair of boots. One more pair of boots. You're doomed. Well, maybe not doomed. Got excited there for a minute, saw a lot of green and thought, oh, boots. Boots. Let's find some more boots. Is this one going to have boots in it? Not quite, not quite. This one. This has got boots in it. Oh. We want some more boots. Yes, we do. Boom. Oh no, put that one back in. Oh, silly, wasn't it? Right, boots. Give me boots. We want boots for Alfred, because Alfred likes boots, because when he gets lots of boots, he likes to eat chilies in front of everybody else. Now I have a bucket ready this time. Why he even said it, I don't know. If you do this, I will put myself through agony. That's never a good sort of bet to make. I mean, even if he's right, he doesn't get anything out of it. And I think he doesn't quite understand the idea of betting here. But that's fine. More entertainment for us. Should we get 6 boot? Ooh, close. Close. What kind of chilies will he be eating? I don't know. I think, like I said, Dan will probably be hunting them down, and I don't think Dan will cut him any slack either. So I don't know, South American insanity chilies or something. Getting close, Alfie. You're nearly there. But any one of these could have some boots in. And what's a chance to get one with boots and cats in? The Jalokian hottest pepper. Like I said, we've got a pepper farm just down around the corner from where I live, so we can get any peppers we like, I guess. Ooh, nearly there, Alfie. 35 to go. Nearly there. Yes, we are. It's getting quite tense now. And we're all really hoping for one final pair of boots. We are, because we know that means lots more entertainment tomorrow, and I'm sure we will video it and send it out on YouTube. So it'll be live on stream, so we can highlight that part of the post, put it up on YouTube, tell everybody about it, send it to his parents, his grandmother, everybody else, and you say, hey, look what I do at work. I torture myself by making bets where I don't win anything should I win, and having to eat dangerous food when I lose. Carolina Reaper chili. Now that sounds like something you wouldn't want, quite frankly. I do like hot food now and then, but not torture myself to that extent. The first time I went to Nando's, I was told, "Oh, you don't want the hottest sauce; it's really hot." And it was all quite tame, really. I felt, but did make me feel more of a man. Honest, I can eat hot food. Yes, I can. I am alpha male. Right, last 5, Alfie. You ready? Are there boots in this one? Oh, I'll tell you what, we better get the boots in the last one. That will just be amazing. Ooh. Oh, 2 more to go, Alfie. 2 more. Last one. Last one. You can feel the tension. You can feel the tension building. Oh, you're lucky. You're very lucky, Alfred. You're so close. So, here we go. 1,000 medium clue scrolls. We have 5. Unfortunately, not 6. 5 ranger boots. Loads and loads of stuff. We got only 2 pink headbands. Horrific pink headbands. What else we got of interest? 2 white headbands. We've got a whole load of cloaks and stoles and stuff. We have loads and loads of mithril plate G and sets of trimmed stuff as well, and that does look really quite cool. And the Addy trimmed, all of that all over the place. We've got 4 cat masks, we've got 4 purple boaters, loads and loads of stuff. You can see tons of stuff. What I will do is I will organise my bank so it actually looks like you can see things nice and easy, and we'll stick it up on Twitter and Facebook and whatnot, so you could have a good look through at what we've got. But yeah, that's all quite exciting. And Alfred survived to eat something else dangerous another day, and we did all right. We did all right. So thank you very much for coming. I hope you've all had fun. Don't forget that tomorrow we have our developer Q&A. We also have an update for you tomorrow. Loads and loads of stuff going out. Let's sort of give you a quick rundown, shall we? Let me just get the forums open, because it's all hidden in the forums. In a forum you can't see, and I'm desperately filling time while I try and scroll down to the right forum and find it almost professionally. How about that, eh? Here we go. Right, so tomorrow what do we have? We have the Midsummer event, Getting Back to Nature, where you got to help the druids. The rewards for this will be your disco returning and your half jugs of wine, but you're going to have to work for it, so that'll all be a lot of fun. There's also a brand new item if you help them enough with a brand new emote, which will be cool. We have the wilderness bosses are all getting their drop rates done as well tomorrow, along with the 3 new rings. The treasonous ring, tyrannical ring, and the ring of the gods are all going into game. Should be able to get from the wilderness bosses, so lots of PKing tomorrow, guys. A few new clue rewards, including the sandals with socks and sandals with socks, and the ranger top. Cowfight Queen's got a new drop table as well, so she'll be more fun to fight. A few click zones have increased. When you're dueling somebody, you will see their chat in the trade window. A few tweaks to Clan Wars here and there. Auto chat pause feature, and a few 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bug fixes. So yeah, nice busy day tomorrow for you. Lots to do, lots of free stuff to get, which is always quite groovy. And that's that. So I suppose the only thing left to say really is who should you go and visit now? Who have we got? Who have we got who's doing stuff? I think should all go and say hello to I don't know. God, there's so many people streaming these days, aren't there? Isn't it wonderful to see all these people sort of playing RuneScape and enjoying it? Tell you what, I think you all ought to go and see a guy called 2Trill, who's trying out PKing. That's 2_Trill. He looks like he has the most fantastic beard in the world, and for no other reason than what looks like a fantastic beard. You should go and spend some time with him. So I'm going to say goodbye, head over and watch this 2Trill chap, because he has a great beard and he's trying to PK, so could probably use some help. And I'll see you guys all later. See you tomorrow. Have fun, behave, and don't behave, just enjoy yourselves. See you later.